Hope you guys like the intro. No, Ziggy is not here today. I hung out with him the past couple days, but he had some things to do. He had to go back. He had to go back home. But we will be doing a show soon enough. He just got a computer and everything, so I don't know. He's gonna come back down here. We'll do either a live show from here or as soon as he figures out how his computer works. But anyways, welcome. Hope you guys are well. I don't know who's here. What's up, Unston? Unstance. Yeah. We would have. I would have done a show. Sorry, I've been out of touch for a few days. Uh, Me and Zig were hanging out, and I could hang out with this kid, and we were just bugging out, having a good old time. We didn't get to doing a video, but soon enough, soon enough. So I figure I'll do a show by myself here, as I've been doing for quite some time, and we'll get into. Hey, if anybody's not aware of this, Japan, their entirety of their government just resigned. A totalia. And how that isn't on every newspaper everywhere on every news station is kind of interesting, wouldn't you say? If you guys like the intro, I don't know if you've seen it, but I think it's pretty dope. And you can thank Junie for that. There's another intro for that as well. I have not watched it yet. You guys see that France is now there's a bunch of places in France that they're on water restrictions. That they're major. I don't know if you've seen the title screen of the show. That they're like some major rivers there, like are dried up. Hey, I'm not there. I don't know. I can't qualify these things. As most news is nonsense, but the Japanese government, the fact that it's not on the news now is that we could play with all sorts of propaganda. Kind of, is it who's playing what game with information? But if that's real, I mean, shouldn't wouldn't that be international news? The fact that one of the it's a first world country and leading the world and all sorts of things, and they just got rid of their entire government. They just all resigned. That'd be like tomorrow if everyone in our government in the United States, right? They're not in my government. You got whatever, you know what I'm saying, in the government of the United States. If they all resign tomorrow, that would be a pretty big deal. I think that would be international news. Yet it's not. So then people so is there's a bunch of ways we can observe that and why that's happening, for what reason. Yeah, I haven't smoked hookah in a while, and I was watching some Anthony Bourdain, and he was in Morocco, and I got inspired, so I made some tea, some Moroccan mint tea, and made a hookah, and that was my day yesterday. So this kind of gets this the whole thing is still this whole show, and as many of them have been recently, it's kind of about like what and how is the reset occurring, the reset of economies, of populations, of mindsets, of is it going towards a one world, spooky? Is it going towards a completely robotic and technocratic society? Is it is it for the betterment? Is there really a a somehow electric or plasmic event that will occur, and they know this, so they're basically getting as much resources together as possible and just emptying out the system, emptying the system out so they have as much physical objects and food and for themselves, and so everybody else is they're not gonna know what to do during a plasma apocalypse. So, and they're already planning on it, or are they orchestrating it and they're just moving it? They're just moving it into the reset. The reset is 100% calculated. We'll get into all that in a second. So how's everybody doing? What's going on in your world? And I've had a cup of coffee, had had some watermelon and some grapes that came from Ziggy's garden that he brought, which were the grapes were fabulous. Yes, sir. That was breakfast. Cup of coffee, and now we're into lunch. Cup of coffee, some grapes, and watermelon. Now into lunch, which is beer and what do I have in that glass over there? I forgot what that blackberry and limeade. That's lunch. Yes. Okay. Hmm. Where do I want to? Where? What should we talk? I mean, which direction am I going to go with this? It's let's see. It's August 10th. Is it 10th now? Maybe am I wrong here? No, 11th. Okay. So went through the Lionsgate portal, and it's connected to the 8th of August, which is 88, which is how fast do you have to go into another dimension? You're in, get your flux capacitor and your DeLorean, and you're flying, and you're going 88, and then you can time travel. It's the reason why people are into the very esoterics and the astrology of it. They say, "Oh, make manifest something." So, what would change in your world? You jump to timeline. What just happened? What are the possibilities that the Japanese government all stepped down on the day of the portal? And why? Did they choose to do that, or did we manifest that to change their system? And for what reason? Get into all that. But certainly, so we got like Lake Mead drying up. We got the French. It's hot in the EU. Apparently, it's really hot, and there's water shortages, and they're putting clamps down in water so they can funnel it towards. This is what I read, so I don't know the truth to it, but there's like a limit of how many liters of water you're allowed to use a day, so they can siphon it to the crops so that people can at least eat. I don't know. I don't know. But certainly, as far as modifying the weather, we know that's true. But to what degree can they overrun the entire system? Are they drying up the lakes and the rivers on purpose, or is that something that's happening, let's say, organically? Who else up in here? I guess it's just me and you, Unstance, and everybody else in the background. See, the thing about smoking anything, especially a hookah, when people smoke cigarettes, what they realize is it's not necessarily the tobacco or the nicotine. It's the only time that somebody takes a proper breath. They'll breathe in properly. So when you smoke from a hookah, you really deep in you really get into your lungs and you're opening your lungs up. Yes, certainly there's nicotine in there and it's a little bit of buzz, but it's more towards what the expansion of the lungs. They would give people, what up, Joni? They'd give people a straw and say, pretend it's a cigarette. And they would get a very similar high off it because they were using their breath. They're doing breath work. What's up, Suntoke? What's up, Afro Man? Let's see here. Yeah, that's the big thing. We'll be the ones that survive by drinking your own water supply. Yeah, this is like when you say plasma apocalypse. If we really understood this, once again, we comprehend what plasma is and say plasma is it's in your urine. Plasma ultrafiltrate. Your urine is your blood, is your plasma that's in there. So if it's a plasma event, then what would be a solution for it? You better know what the plasma is. It doesn't just happen outside of you, which it will. I mean, you're watching different weather patterns electrical events, and you know, I mean, I don't know if you've seen it in your skies, but skies are different colors because they're changing gases and changing where the electricity is. You've seen more lightning strikes in places, in weird places. A lot of crazy stuff going on. But yeah, I mean, once you learn what your water is, learn how to breathe properly and drink your own water. Yeah, the weather was it was hotter earlier in the year, which was strange for New Orleans, and now it's like raining every day. There's hasn't been a good day to go out quite a bit. The Averman Dharma means healthy resistance for your soul. I don't know about that. I mean, it might. I've heard it to mean something different, but sure. I mean, that's I guess that would link up with the idea of what I understand Dharma as. Sage tobacco skull cap. Nice. That's so funny. I was just I was looking. So when Zig came over with this kid and we're all hanging out, and he's looking at my apartment, and this kid's like, there's cool stuff everywhere. And so I'm like looking around my house for other stuff that I have, and I was like, oh, behind here, and I just found a mixture to a tobacco skull cap, and a couple other things, a smoking mixture. That's funny. I just found that yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Couldn't we just make a big dehumidifier and get the water out there? Yes, they're already doing this. This has already been there. There's people that have been doing this. That I've just seen a couple things on. You can probably look it up. I forget what it's called. They try to give it a fancy name. Like, yeah, I had one in my house growing up, and it's like, where did all this? You know, it was the house was moist inside, so dehumidifier. I'm like, there's gallons of water here. It's all clean too. So of course you can do that. So they're making these really big ones, and they're like simplest things to make. They could put them into production just like that and have them within a couple months to wherever they need to be. Like there's lots of people without clean water, as we know. There's two Junies here. You know how to let yourself in. Bright white yesterday, no clouds. Oh, the sun was. Ozone depleting and letting in UV. Well, I think it's because the ultraviolet will affect certain beings in a negative way, where if you understand what it's doing and the amount of melanin that will be let into your skin and how much you can process, if if you're from certain realms, certain color hair, certain skin, you won't be able to acclimate yourself to hotter or colder climates or more sun or less sun. So if we say there's more UV, then what is the ozone layer? Is the ozone connected to, using it not in a scientific term, but what would it be? It's analog, it's allegory. Like, what is an ozone layer? What is it protecting what from? And so why do they keep pumping things into the sky to keep the brighter light out? Because the brighter light will burn off things that, like, if you know if you can't process sunlight, it will kill you. So why would they cover up the sun? What are they doing? The ozone layer is, in my mind, equivalent to surface tension of water. So as you lower the surface tension of the water, you're lowering the ozone layer, which allows in more radiation, which would be the same as letting in um, more into water. So if I take the surface tension of water and I eliminate and I lower it, and all of a sudden things that couldn't normally get into the water could then just slide into the water. It's softer and more slippery to go through those dimensions. The dimension of the air realm to the water realm. Well, outside of the ozone layer is a different realm, what are they trying to not let in? They're pumping things into the air to try not to let in uh, different energies, would be the type of the UV rays. Yeah, harmful UV radiation is that just means that if you can't get a melon, if you can't get melon, if your body can't take and um, turn that sunlight into melanation, turn it through your eyeballs or on your skin. So you have your neuromelanin, and then you have what would come out as your physical skin type. If you can't process that, then it's going to be poisonous to you. And by poisonous, I mean you would need to take in a little. Watch all the movies. There's some people that can't go outside. They can't go into the because they'll burn them. And then they have these. All of these movies will show you there's this barrier between the people that are out in the sun in nature and the people that can't because it would destroy them. It would burn them. So if it is getting hotter, if the climate is changing for whatever reasons it is, then the only people that wouldn't want that to happen are people that couldn't handle it. Like I know people from the north that come to the south and they can't handle the heat. I'm like, wow, I don't think it'd be surviving that. Quite really. And then I know people that then people that come to the south, they're like, I can't go back to the cold. I know I have a friend of mine that is from that is melanated that lived in the north, moved to the south, and loves the sun, but went back to the north and is sick all the time now. Not sick in the south, not sick in anywhere that was warm, but when it's cold and the sun is different and the radiation levels are less. I mean, how do you think you charge something up? I mean, what if your body is a solar panel? How would you function? But if people are not solar panels and they're just dense rocks, there we are. I don't know what's going. Did I invite both of you in? What? That didn't. I didn't mean to do that. Oh my God! There's two of them. You can remove. I hit the wrong button, Junie. So if you're still over there, you can delete that from there. Yeah. Oh, you had the white cover in the sky. Yeah, it's been here. It's off and on. Some days it's bright blue. Some days it's white. Some days it's very cloudy. 95 degrees in Denver, where that's supposed to be cooler, right? As you get higher up, it should be colder, right? Because the air was thinner. So the you say the air is thinner, but it's also different things mixed in uh, the higher you go in the sky, the different types of air type material. Go watch the video I did, or go watch the David Blaine special on what's the name of it again? The last one he did, I did a whole video on it. If you can't find it, I'll go look for it and repost it. But it was all about going up into a higher atmosphere, and it was the equivalent to going to where nitrous oxide is and laughing gas, and how you have to change your breathing patterns to be able to handle that. So as these gases, we'll say the gases change where they are, it will change the color of the skies and the heat that's being radiated. Well, what up, Rebecca? Thank you for the duckets the other day. Appreciate it. Yeah, you didn't think it was hot. See, there's a big difference there. Didn't? Yeah, it was. I don't know if anybody was on here a couple weeks back. It was 100 and something here. It was 108 real feel. Like it felt like it's what they tell you. It's like what it feels like. It's 108 out, and the sky was bright white. The sun was white as anything. and I was outside just hanging out in the sun, and it wasn't hot to me. I was like, normally I'd be sweating profusely, and I was like, I just feel I did I break something? Why am I not warm in this? Suntel, you could be a solar panel anywhere. Correct. Hey, Junie, what do you mean? Invite in the queue? Who is this? There's nobody in the guest room. Oh, what up, Ziggy? When your Kundalini is activated, you can control the weather. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So especially when you get charged up just a little bit with the sun, if there's any clouds around, you can cloud bust really quickly. I've moved weather plenty of times. What is up, Ziggy? Did you how was your drive home, dude? And did you get your computer figured out at all? I'm assuming you're home by this point. He must be from the deep south. Yeah, if anybody wants to come up in here, you're obviously welcome too. Um, and Zig, if you go back to the beginning of the show, if you can't get on right now or whatever, if you haven't figured your computer out, the intro was the one Junie made of you. Oh, wicked, wicked, wicked. Okay, just over here ripping some bong hits, man. I'm kidding. It's not a. I mean, it's a bong, but it's just hookah. You got home at 4 a.m. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, whenever, sometime, this week or next week, whatever. Once you figure out your computer, we do this like side by side thing on here, and I'll put both the intros up that Junie made. And anybody doesn't know who Zig is, hey Zig, do you have a YouTube already, right? I don't even know what your channel is. Put it in there. Put your channel if you have one already set up, right? Because I just knew your Instagrammers. I really never. I think just talking to you on here on Instagram. Some Afro man. Uh, Bill Gardell's halftime. Okay, I need my daily dose of comedy. I'll check it out. What's up, Dave? Yeah, a lot of it has to do with diet, for sure, for sure. The more closer you are to just using prana, the ether, the the things around, just the air, and yeah. So if you're close to a liquid diet, I mean, as soon as you put food in your body, your body's like, I gotta digest this, and then it's just like you're just sweating. You get that itis, man. Whenever I'm on a liquid diet, I can process like that's yeah. It's funny not thinking about it. I have more energy, and it's never. I sweat less, and obviously I smell better. Like once I started eating, I was like, damn, man, I gotta shower more than once a day. I'm sweating. Oh. Are grasshoppers with wings and antennas a thing? Maybe you talk to Zig about that. Your channel on YouTube is Zigzagzilla. Oh, Zigzagzilla. Okay, I put it in wrong. Okay, I got you. So check it out. Anybody on here? If you're not sub to him, go do it. Do it now. And, but yeah, ask Zig about that. He said he has weird looking like alien looking species in his garden. And there, if you guys can't see it, there's his YouTubers. Oh, and Junie, if you just jump in, I don't have to let you in.
I'm having technical
Uh-oh.
difficulties.
What's going on over here? What are we looking at? Oh, some guitars, some bass.
Some bass.
Let me turn up my volume so I can hear you.
I'm in a predicament.
Are you rocking and rolling?
No, I'm actually working right now outside. I'm just trying to figure out some Bluetooth and how to use the 13 with this, and have to go back in here and look at things. Oops.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else could hear you, but like on my side, it was not great. Maybe I gotta do this thing again. Hold on.
It might be me. I might have my hand over the mic.
Eh. Yeah, that blue bass is totally awesome.
Midnight blue.
Did you paint that yourself? Did you get the custom done, or is that
No, that's shop.
shop?
Factory. Yeah.
Master shop?
Yeah, factory shop.
do you know who Master Shah is? SHA?
No, I'm kind of illiterate.
Master Shah is awesome. He's like he does singing, and he uses like tradition. He uses calligraphy to heal people.
So.
And there's your chord structure for Joe Walsh. Joe Walsh. Yeah, I gotta lean in. This is analog man. Yes.
That's a cool song.
Yes, that's one of my favorite words. Analog. And I always like the word analogous, but depending on how many beers I have in me, I can't get it out of my face correctly.
Wow.
Analogous.
Analogous.
Yeah, I know, right?
Walk with me. Hold on. We got
he's got the blue gloves. Okay, that's for the anal, huh? And I'm checking prostate right now.
Anal glands.
Yeah, we're doing a.
All right, I can't do that. We can't go down shit road again.
That's too good.
I'll tell you
We're gonna do a virtual a virtual what's it called for men when they get a prostate? We're gonna give a virtual prostate exam today.
Hoser.
Yeah, hoser. Hose it down.
Yeah, shit. Now we're cleaning dirt, so I gotta get back to work.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right, we'll do.
Do it.
Boot me out, please.
Do what? Do what?
Boot me out. Kick me out.
Boot you out of here. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah,
Peace
good.
out, dude.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, where are we at? We're talking. Let's see. Sunshine, plasma, Okay, we got through the Japanese government. Um, the install of the new one. How's that going to work? Do they already have them picked out? And are they picking them out because they're really trying to be in service of their citizenry, or is it just to step in line with the larger conglomerate? I don't know. Never been there. I mean, it looks like a pretty cool city. They seem pretty progressive in their ideas, and it's the kind of place where the people that own businesses they don't floss it. They stay humble. They're kind of always in service to things. So you would see these people if they all quit unanimously, they realize that they're worthless and not in service because how there's always they're doing a Gallup poll on how good do you think someone's doing, and they've steadily been declining from what I've read, and I got to the point where they were all like, yes, I'm bowing out. We're not helping. And so they just install a new system that is going to be worse, or do they go the other direction? Do they become the leaders of the new world? Is Japan and China? See, I don't know this. Are they still in conflict? Because that was always the big thing. You can't call someone Japanese if they're from China, China from Japan. There was always that war going on, and China's huge, but Japan's small. But the culture is quite different, right? I don't know. I wonder if they're past their griefs, their complaints and grievances. somebody somebody I love how silly people are on Instagram. So Osho made a comment, and I said, well, I love everything you say, but you're completely wrong here. And somebody just asked me if I'm arguing with Osho, as if he's the fucking king shit top dog of the universe. No, he was some motherfucker, just like me, just like you, and just like Jito Krishnamurti. I was just listening to him talk, and there was somebody asking him a question about how to do something. And he goes, the dilemma is in you asking me how something's done. The dilemma is the word how, because I can't tell you how. We have a thousand different ways about doing something, and none of them seem to work, do they? Because you're asking how. Don't ask me what to do. Don't ask me how to do it. You're presenting the question wrong. And for someone to dispose, are you questioning Osho? Are you arguing with him? No, I don't know him. I'm taking the statement that he made, which was simply that weed isn't addictive, and there's no long-term effects from it, and alcohol is bad for you, but you see it everywhere. And I'm saying that is classifiably 100% scientifically and otherwise proven to be false. Anyone I know that has smoked any amount of weed has had a pretty profound long-term and short-term effect on how and the way they behave. He has a motherfucking hierarchy. I tell this motherfucker just like that too. Well, yeah, yes, I am arguing with Osho. Where's he at? Now you arguing with me. You gonna argue with me? Let's see. You want me to write the science out for you? I'm gonna tell you here. Smoke this, smoke this, smoke this, and tell me anybody you know that smokes weed that isn't addicted to it. Fucking fools, yo. I swear. Whenever they told you, remember years and years ago, they had that weed is a gateway drug and that it's evil and it's the reefer madness. Well, at the time, that was completely propaganda and false because there was the organic mother plant that was assisting in consciousness, and it didn't have all the extra hands-on, genetically modified, hybridized, crossbred, laboratory, this and that. It's a totally different beast these days. But nonetheless, even then, how you got your Rastafari. You got your Rastafari. That's part of their culture. That's like they smoke every day. Well, then I would say you're addicted, huh? Wouldn't you say? Anything you do every day. Okay, is it religious? Okay, then fine. Then your religion is retarded. Whatever you're doing, like, if you can't get outside of doing it, then it seems to me that that is quite addictive, and it does change people quite a bit. So that of course I'm not wrong about. So I'm not arguing with Osho. I'm arguing with the statement he made, which is verifiably false. Do I have to do this to people all the time? Do you know who the fuck you're talking to right now? Like, do you have any clue who you're talking to? I am the god of this realm. I make the rules now. How's that? I'm the new Osho. I'm the new Krishnamurti. I'm the new Alan Watts. What do these people want? Like, you can't like, who are these gurus? Who are these mystical beings? Where are they? They said something cool. Good for them. I say enlightening shit all the time. Hey, speaking of lightning, I need to go light up something. I'll be right back. Let me go. I need to light a charcoal. Oh, and in the interim, enjoy this moment of some music. Oh, hello. I'm back. Sorry, it took a little longer than I thought. Where are we at here? Okay. Welcome back to the fart party. There we go. Well, who else here? What do we want to get into? Just the subject matter at hand. I'll have to go over my notations, the ideas I had for the day. It'd be a weird transition to go into some of the other ideas. Maybe I'll just start up another show in a little bit, and we'll address a few ideas. Maybe to do with breathing and types of meditation. I don't know. I don't know where my whole brain is at right now. What I want to dig into. But maybe let's do that. How about this? Let me smoke this hookah, drink this beer, and I'll come back and give me like maybe 2 o'clock, maybe a little less. And come back then. And you know the rules. Down there in the bottom, if you need to get a hold of me, there's my backup channel. There's my email. There's my Instagram, and you can find me at Linktree, linktr.ee, and then there's my name, and that should give you access to all that stuff too. And if you want to help a brother out, CashApp, PayPal, Venmo, TsarXen. And the rules apply as always. 3 of them. 1, it's your experience. Enjoy it. You know, if you feel like you're having such a great experience you'd like to share, feel free to do that. Share with me, especially if it's monetary, or someone else needs it. Help them out too. And third, be weird. Be yourself, because everybody else is taken. So give me a little bit, guys, and I'll come back on here, and I'll have a couple ideas in my brain rattling around, and I'll do another show for you. So good to see everybody, and we will talk soon. Toodles.